Dear Diary, since the last time I wrote, I'm still exhausted. At least I can get up and move. Not a whole lot. But I can go from the bed to the chair and the chair to the bed. I can even get up and go to the kitchen and get something to drink or eat. But other than that, I sure am glad I got laundry most of the way caught up before I went down again. You just never know. I kept wondering, why am I so exhausted again? Of course, I have fibromyalgia, but my brain doesn't seem to comprehend it a lot of times. But it has been overcast the last few days, so I'm sure that's it. It's rained off and on a little bit, not a lot. But it sure makes me exhausted. I don't even like to use the word tired anymore, because it just doesn't express how this feels. At least the itching has stopped. I hope I didn't just jinx myself. Starting to get headaches again. They come off and on, off and on. And I should do better. I should eat better. I should exercise more. But I don't. I'm going to get my treadmill fixed. I haven't gotten the belt put on yet. I've got the belt, but I just hadn't gotten it put on yet. So I'm going to work on that as soon as I can get up enough energy to do anything again. That's going to be my first priority. Maybe if I can walk a few minutes at a time, I can start building myself back up. And it's never too late to start if you've been down for a little bit. So I'm going to take advice from the experts. And the experts, I mean by those of us who have fibromyalgia. Because the only experts of fibromyalgia are those who have fibromyalgia. Eating healthier, exercising, of course, helps. It helps everybody, even those without fibromyalgia. And it's a lot easier said than done. Because when you get the energy and you get the stamina back, you are working like a wild person around the house, or I do, trying to get everything caught up. So when I know I'm going down again, I don't have to catch up with as much, which that don't always work out either. So, kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. But I do the best I can. So I'm just glad I have an understanding husband, as much as he can be. He helps me a lot. He really does. I feel so sorry for some of the women that I've heard from in my support groups that don't have the help. They don't have the encouragement from a loved one. It's hard for them to understand. It took my husband a little while, but he, like I said, he understands as much as he can. But when I go down, he helps me. Of course, when I was doing really good, I had a whole 2 months. It's been a while, but I had a whole 2 months that I was doing so well. I got up with energy almost every morning, not every morning, but I would get up, I could do some housework. No, I couldn't clean my whole house at one time, but I could get some housework done. I could get some yard work done. I could cook dinner, clean up after dinner. I'd go to bed really exhausted, but I felt good. Not physically, mentally, because I achieved something. I don't get to work anymore, but I achieved something. So many people take for granted that when they get up in the morning, it's just automatic. They just, turn their alarm clock off, they yawn, they stretch, they get up, they go straight to the shower, they take a shower, get dressed for work, they go get in their car, and they're off to work, not even thinking about it. Maybe dreading it, maybe they don't like their job, but they don't even think about it. I used to be that way. I used to be able to get up and do that without even thinking about it. Now, I wake up, I have to sit up, and I have to think about it. If I take a shower, it's going to wear me out to the point where I'll have to come back to bed. I have taken a shower, and most of the time I have to sit down before it's over because I can't stand up the whole time. And when I get out and I dry my hair, or try to, before, never thought about it. Dry my hair, no problem. Now I dread it because I know my arms are going to hurt worse because I'm having to hold it up. And the most extreme time is I've had to sit on the floor and dry my hair because I just couldn't stand up anymore. And sometimes I go from the shower straight back to the bed, turn the fans on and have to lay there, 30 minutes or more to get my energy back, whatever little I had to begin with. I want to be my person I used to be, where I just got up, took a shower, and took off. Now you have to think about it. Is it worth taking the shower now and possibly going down for the rest of the day? Or just wait till the evening and taking a shower so then you can just go to bed, which is what I usually do. And I know a lot of people would think it's gross, but I don't do a lot, so I don't take a shower every day. I don't need to. And it's exhausting. And I just love it when people, family, friends, and people I don't know, well, if you'll eat healthier and exercise more and motivate yourself, you can do anything. Well, at one time that was true. I can't, and I don't know how to tell them that because they can't understand it, because they can motivate themselves. And I know everyone who has had fibromyalgia has heard this. Oh, you're just lazy. You just don't want to. I wish that was it. Oh, I wish that was it. Because being lazy would be very nice. And I understand them not being able to understand why I can't do things. Because I used to be one of those people. Why can't you go? It's just one day. Why can't you go? It's just down the street. What do you mean riding in a car wears you out? You're just sitting. What do you mean you can't go? We had this plan all week. couldn't you have rested yesterday so you'd be okay for today? And I used to get so mad at people, or I'd get my feelings hurt because they would say that to me when they have no idea that everything in me wants to go. Everything in me wants to go, except my body. Now, I don't get mad anymore. I don't get my feelings hurt anymore. I understand where they're coming from because I used to be them. So it doesn't hurt my feelings anymore. It used to make me cry. I used to wish, just grab my hand and let me transfer my pain, what I go through every day, to you so you can understand. Not that I wanted to transfer it all to them forever. I just wanted them to go a day in my shoes, just one day. And then they'd understand. My best friend understands because she has fibromyalgia, so I have someone I can talk to. We don't talk every day. Sometimes we can go a month without talking. I think we've even gone a few months without talking at one time. One of us will be down, or the other one, or both of us. So we just don't feel like getting on the phone and talking. And we understand. She understands. I understand. So it's really, really nice to have someone like that. And you pick up the phone to call them, and you just go right back where you were. Just talking about, what you'd been through that month or whatever. And we make plans to do stuff, and every great once in a while we actually carry through with it. But neither one of us get our feelings hurt, and neither one of us get mad because we understand. And that's what's important. My hope is that, my prayer is that everyone out there that has fibromyalgia can find that one person that they can talk to that will understand them. Of course, I also have a sister who has fibromyalgia, and she also has Lyme disease, so she understands. So I get to talk to her too. And we talk to each other, not just about that, but everything. Of course, that's what sisters do. And with my sister, her fibromyalgia came from her Lyme disease. So she got a double whammy. And that's like, I have arthritis. I have osteoarthritis. And I have IBS. And I have Meniere's disease. And I have fibrofog, because right now I can't even remember, so there's that. Which, by the way, fibrofog is the most irritating symptom I have, because it not only can you not remember things, but it frustrates the crap out of you, because it's not just going into the other room and forgetting what you went in there for, because that happens all the time, and it happens to a lot of people that don't have fibromyalgia. It's not that simple. It's speaking as you're talking to someone, and then all of a sudden totally forget what you were talking about. Or you're talking to someone and you're wanting to say, my dog went outside yesterday, I threw the ball with him. And you go, and you can't think of the word dog. You can look at your dog and you can't think of it. You can't remember things that are so simple. And most of it's present, I think. There's a lot of mine that I can't remember the past, but sometimes your medications that you take cause that. So, you take medications. I take medications to relieve my symptoms, but then the medications have side effects that cause other things. So, it's a catch-22. You don't take your medication and you can live with the pain or live with what you're going through, and sometimes you can't. I also have hyperthyroidism, and I can't not take my medication for that. I mean, you can die from that. So there are a lot of things out there that you have to take medication for. And there's a lot of natural remedies for different things. We just don't research them or willing to take the chance on it. In our forefathers, that's all they had was to go out in the wilderness and find whatever it is they needed to combat whatever they were going through. I would love to take natural remedies instead of taking medications. I take as little as possible, but I'm just not willing to go through the pain that I would have to endure without them. I admire those who can endure the pain they're going through without taking medication. But I'm just not able to do that. And I don't mind, and I actually love it when people tell me what works for them, because if I haven't tried it, I'm going to try it. Because I know with different people that I've talked to with fibromyalgia that things have worked for them, and I've tried them and they didn't work for me. Or I've tried things that have helped. So I don't get upset at people for saying, well, this worked for me, or maybe you should try this. I don't get upset at that at all. I invite it because I want to know. And if I've tried it and it didn't work, then I just say, well, I've tried that. And if I haven't tried it and I can afford it, then I'm going to try it. I used to order things. I'd go online when I first got fibromyalgia, and I'd notice how, they would be selling something that, is supposed to cure or help. Of course, if they say cure, I keep on going because I already learned my lesson on that one. But I tried a lot of the supplements. Some of them helped, but they help just like vitamins, and vitamins are a lot cheaper. But no, I appreciate it when people offered me advice. The only thing I don't appreciate is when they say, well, it worked for me, so it has to work for you, because that's not true. Fibromyalgia is just a different kind of disease, syndrome, whatever they want to call it now. Anyway, diary, I've been rambling and rambling. And even though I don't feel like, or don't have enough energy to get up and do much of anything, I think I'm going to sit here and just relax for a little bit. So that's all I got for now. That's all I got for now, diary. I'll write again later.